apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions. E.r.a.c.I.s.m. The I stands for invest in building quality relationships with one another. When different ethnicities get together and build relationships, there's a lot of progress that we can make as a culture. In fact, when Paul found the church at Ephesus, and we see this church in Acts chapter 19, and there were groups that despised one another. Well, what did he do? He didn't say, oh, okay, you know what, I'm sorry, you guys are struggling. Let's start the church at Ephesus, or the first church at Ephesus and the second church at Ephesus. Rather, no, he kept it as one church, the church of Ephesus. And they were to get along and to connect and learn to die to some of maybe their desires and learn to understand each other. And they were to be that one church at Ephesus. It was to be a multicultural church. Getting to know one another is one amazing way for us to really appreciate each other. My dear friend, Brian Loritz, who is an African-American pastor and he's a gifted writer and speaker. He said, I need my white brothers to know how I felt as I sat in the preaching classes in Bible college and seminary, not once hearing examples of great African-American preachers. I need you to know how I felt when I was forced face down on the hard asphalt of Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, all because I was 19 and driving my pastor's Lexus. A year after the 1993 Rodney King riots. I need you to ask how I felt when I walked into Target recently behind a white woman who took one look at me and pulled her purse tightly toward her. I think that's important for us to ask each other how one another feels as it relates to this issue. And I think what Brian is saying there is, look, Bobby, there are certain things that you can't relate to as a white man. And I want you to know how I feel. And I'm thankful for the many times that I've spent with Brian in friendship or vacationing or whatever it might be, for him to be able to pour his heart out and to share and to help me to understand his perspective. That's one great friend that I'm thankful for in my life. I want to encourage you to consider building a relationship with somebody where you can invest in getting to know each other.